Star Wars toy news video, guys. So we are going to get a look at some of the releases, the promotional photos that have come out from the New York Comic Con, which is going on right now. So let's get a look at some of those. All right, you guys. So we are going to get a look at our Luke Skywalker 1/6 scale figure. I believe this is going to be a Hot Toys figure. As you can see, we have Luke here in his darker dressing. This is the same outfit that he had in the initial trailer for The Last Jedi. So absolutely awesome. As you can see, he also has a glove on his robotic hand there, his right hand. So very, very awesome. Looks like he has a staff in his left hand, which should be one of the accessories that comes with Luke. Now, what will be interesting is he going to have his green saber or his green saber hilt with this particular figure, which would make it more of a item that collectors would want to get, because it comes with the very essential and necessary accessory with the lightsaber, especially for those of us who've already collected the Last Jedi version of Luke Skywalker here, because the face sculpt is exactly the same as the Force Awakens version. But again, if they want to add that hilt and saber to this particular figure, which I think they're holding back because they don't want to reveal that. They don't want to spoil that from the film. But I'm very sure that this particular figure has to come with that green saber and hilt. So we will find out, and that will be a very interesting and telling thing if it does in fact come with the figure. So we'll find out soon, very shortly. So there is a look at Luke Skywalker from The Last Jedi. 1/6 scale figure. I believe, again, this is a Hot Toys figure. So we are going to get a look at the Rey 1/6 scale figure. So let's get a look. All right, you guys. And then we're going to get a look at Rey here. Obviously, this is the Last Jedi Rey with her uniform for The Last Jedi. 1/6 scale figure. Again, I believe this is a Hot Toys figure. She looks absolutely awesome. Very, very cool. She does wield her saber there, which is now her saber, not Luke's saber. That is official from the Star Wars story group. They are now calling it Rey's saber, but that's just fine. She is wielding it, so it is her saber now. Very, very cool. Obviously, this is a different head sculpt, different hair style for Rey. So we are getting at least a new head sculpt for Rey. So that makes this figure somewhat appealing to those of us who probably have collected not only the Rey and BB-8 set, but the Resistance Rey. I didn't actually collect the Resistance Rey. I actually passed on it. And then when I thought about it, I wanted to go back and get it. And now there's a waiting list for it. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that. But I can always go ahead and get the Resistance outfit for that figure, because, again, the face sculpt is exactly the same for it. So that may be what I'll do for that. But here again, we have a different head sculpt, different hairstyle. So that makes this more appealing, and definitely a figure that I would want to go ahead and pick up and not pass on. So most definitely I will be pre-ordering this figure as well. So it looks like there have been a couple of promotional photos that have been put out for the Black Series 6-inch line. And a couple of figures that will be coming out in the next wave. So let's get a look at a couple of those figures. All right, guys, and here we have Lando Calrissian here in his scarif gear, or his disguise, when he goes undercover in Jabba's hut in the Return of the Jedi. A very, very cool figure right here. This is in the Black Series line, by the way, as well. I absolutely love this figure. I think it looks absolutely awesome. I know the helmet and the weapon are not quite in the photo there, but I wanted to get you a very good close-up of the head sculpt and the outfit as well. The detail on the outfit. Obviously, this is the largest figure for this particular sculpt that we've received. This is the first time that we're actually getting to see all of the detail in the outfit, on the chest plate, on the shoulders there. So very cool. The belt around the waist, the boots, absolutely awesome. And of course, what I'm going to do is put the full photo up here for you guys so you can see what the helmet and the weapon look like as well. All right, guys, so I wanted to get you a good shot of the helmet and weapon as well on this figure. So as you can see at the bottom there near his feet is his helmet with all of the little accessories on there. I don't know exactly what all of that is, but very cool, right out of the Return of the Jedi film. So awesome. And then of course there is a full look at the weapon as well. So going forward, guys, we are going to get a look at Rey here in a different outfit. Again, this is going to be for the 6-inch Black Series line. So very, very cool, very awesome. She is going to come with her little hood and cape right there, which is absolutely awesome. First time we're getting that for this character. Again, she will come with her staff. She will come with her weapon that Solo gave her, RIP Solo, but very awesome. There she is. And then of course she's gonna go with her sweatback hairstyle with this particular look right here. So very cool. And obviously they're making us get 100 different versions of Rey in the Black Series line. So why not get this particular outfit as well? All right, guys. So here we are going to get a look at Dengar. Very cool. For those of you who may not be familiar with this character, this is one of the bounty hunters in the Star Wars saga. I think he's only had like 1 second of time on camera in the scene where I believe he's there with all of the bounty hunters, where Vader's talking to the bounty hunters on the destroyer. If I'm not mistaken, if my memory isn't failing me here. But he is a very, very popular character, as are most of the bounty hunters. They just seem to be very popular with the Star Wars fans. And so I believe that is one of the reasons why they are giving us Dengar here, fully articulated, as you can see. Now, looking at the finger that's in the photo and kind of trying to compare it size-wise to the things that are, because it's very hard to tell the scale on these things. I'm assuming that this is going to be in the 3 1/4 scale right here, just judging by the finger that's in the picture, and I'm trying to picture it in the individual's hand that is there in the picture, and it just seems like to me this would be a 3 1/4 size figure right here, which is most definitely looking forward to this one as all right, well. Guys, so unfortunately this was the best photo that I can find of 4 Lum. And that's the number 4 LOM. He is a bounty hunter in the Star Wars saga, if you do not know. Again, he was among the bounty hunters that Darth Vader was talking to on the destroyer. So it looks like we are getting him as well in the Black Series line. And again, guys, I apologize of the poor photo and angle. This was the best shot that I was able to find for this particular figure. But very cool. And those of us who love to collect our bounty hunters, and we're finally going to get them in a Black Series line, I think we can be very satisfied that we're going to not only get Dengar, but we're going to get 4 Lum as well in this line. So very, very exciting news coming down the pipeline from New York Comic-Con. All right, guys. And then, of course, here we are getting a look at our character, DJ. This is the only name that they've given this particular character. Obviously, the actor for this character is going to be Benicio del Toro. So very cool. And we're getting, obviously, with this figure, more details into what his character is going to look like. So he's going to have the long trench coat there. Obviously, he's got a very cool weapon there in his hand. He has some kind of wrap around his left hand there in the weapon hand. So looks very, very cool, very awesome. Little cap there on the top. So very cool and awesome looking figure. Cannot wait to actually get this guy in. All right, you guys. And it looks like we're also going to get another version of Maz Kanata here, but it looks like she's going to be in the 3.755 POA line. Looking at her arms there, and there doesn't seem to be any articulation in the arms, no articulation in the knees there. So obviously she's going to be a 5 POA figure here. She's going to come with a weapon, and she's also going to come with a backpack I wonder if this is going to be a part of a 2-pack. Usually when you see these little backpacks and other little gimmicky accessories, I hate to call them gimmicky, but it's kind of what it feels like to me. You usually get those in a 2-pack. So I wonder if we are going to get a 2-pack with Maz and another character in the 5 POA line. So very cool look at Maz, guys. And then of course here we have, and now I want to say that this is going to be our 3 1/4 5 POA Finn in the disguise uniform. So it looks like we are going to get that disguised uniform Finn in the 5 POA, which is perfect for me because I use my 5 POAs for my dioramas, so that will work. And then the Phasma here looks to be, because I see articulation in the arms there, there should be some articulation in the legs, so I'm assuming, and it is much larger than the Finn that's sitting there, so I'm assuming that this is going to be a 6-inch version of our Phasma with her new weapon there, as you can see in her hand. This is the same weapon that she was pictured with in the photo shoot for Empire magazine, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. It may have been one of the other magazines where they had the Star Wars The Last Jedi photo shoot. But obviously that is her new weapon there. So it looks like we are getting another Phasma. It looks to be in the 6-inch Black Series line because, again, I'm seeing articulation in the arms. As you can see, they are bent. And I'm assuming there's articulation in the legs and everywhere else. So we'll see and then of course she is much larger than the Finn that's sitting there as well. So we'll see what that is going to be all about. All right, you guys. And then with this particular figure right here, and I have not been collecting the Forces of Destiny figures, even though I think they are absolutely awesome. But this one right here is a bit special. Because obviously it is Princess Leia. We have our R2-D2 there, and it is depicting one of the first moments in the original trilogy, in the original first film of A New Hope, where she is giving R2 the Death Star plan. So very cool looking figure. I think Princess Leia looks absolutely wonderful here and with this figure. So I'm not sure. I may actually be picking this particular one up because, again, it is Princess Leia, and it's depicting one of the first and most special moments in the saga film. So I think it's a wonderful, wonderful item here. And if I had little girls, I most definitely would treat them to not only this particular set, but all of the Forces of Destiny figures, because I think they're absolutely awesome. Very, very cool, guys. So that is everything that we have from our New York Comic-Con so far. Today is only the first day. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of news coming out over the weekend from the New York Comic-Con. So please do stay tuned for that news as it is made available to us. So guys, I want to thank you very much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. And to the Father, to the Daughter, to the Obi-Wan great-grandfather Force Ghost, may the Force be with you always.